I build a clay replica for a specific use case. I've been running company segmentation at scale for thousands of companies in the energy sector. And I've been running into this issue where for me to run deep research agents, it's either very expensive with Clay to do at scale, or they don't have the integrations. For instance, Gemini 3.0 Pro just launched, and it's not available through the Claygent or any of their integrations. And I know that trying to do it through Clay itself will be a big trouble because they don't have very good rate limits. I cannot send an agent and then wait 100 seconds until it comes back with the results. So I am building an experiment here with the AI Google Studio, figuring out if I can import data from a CSV and then process it with AI with what I need, and then send it back either on a CSV or send it back to Clay to continue my workflows. So this is something that I built fairly quickly with AI Google Studio, which I think it's kind of insane that you're able to just prompt it and get good results out of this. So I'm going to show you here how I plan to use this. So I have my template and my prompt that basically um, goes out and gets deep information from websites at scale and structures data for me. And now I allowed variable injection as well. So I can put here, for instance, company name, exactly as I have it, company name. And I also want to place the domain, company domain. Great. Now I have my prompt, and I need to specify this schema that I already had set up once for Clay. So I'm just using it here instead. So here I can pick the model that I want to use for this agent and save changes. And I'm going to call this Gemini 3.0 Deep Research Enrichment. Save this. And why this is very relevant is because 3.0 as a deep research agent, it's very good and very cheap. So here I got an error. It was working before, but let's figure out what went wrong. But yeah, this is pretty crazy that you can now run these things like this. Let me verify it's not the company name or domain. Company name, company domain. Sounds good. I know what it is. It's the wrong JSON schema. So it should be this one. I placed the wrong one. Okay, I'm gonna run this again. And then it starts processing, and it's actually working, which is kind of insane. Like that this is working. And then I don't really want to replace Clay, but for things like this where it's very expensive to run within Clay, they don't even have the features. It's mind blowing what you can build so fast with these tools. And because AI Studio is, well, it's native, like Gemini is from the Google ecosystem, then this is built in a way that it's going to wait as long as it needs to get the results, and it's already using the Gemini 3.0 model. So I got my results here, and I can now see the results, double check, copy that JSON, join values as a CSV, and for instance, if I wanted to add a specific column, I can also do that. So this is something that, well, it's work in progress, but it's very exciting. I can do the basic things and I can prompt the features that I need or that I'm missing. So from here, I would then proceed to run this. Let's run it with a few more. Let's see if this works. I don't think it works for selecting many. but I could run it at scale. Let me see if that. Well, before that, I'm just gonna export it and see the results and see if I get the columns before I run it for all of the records. And I do have the results here, which is crazy. And that means that, and this means that I can now run it for the entire table. And let me see, how did I set this up? I think I had it like this. Run enrichment. There we go. Run pending rows. And this will start running the pending rows, hopefully. Run all rows. I click run all rows. I don't know if that'll trigger everything. Oh, it's running it again. Huh, let's see how this goes. I'm just so intrigued about this, like, the fact that this is even possible. This is so crazy. So this is for gas grid, and yeah, it's working fine. It's so crazy. So crazy. All right. And now that it has been running for a few records, I want to return this data back to my automation platforms that are fully featured and have everything else. So I am going to place here a column for adding a new webhook. So I also asked for that. So these AI Studio cannot receive data from Google Sheets. It's not very easy to connect it to like receive information besides a CSV, but it can execute API calls. So it's very good for something like this. You import information, you process it with AI, and then you can return that data out. So that's my idea. So I'm going to connect here my Clay webhook into this, and then I'm going to use the table that gets me the JSON result. And this is already formatted as JSON. This is a post. Send to Clay. Save changes. And let's see if that works. Let's experiment with that. Okay, error. Not yet. It doesn't. But I'm sure it's gonna work.